Welcome to this exciting video about the beautiful game of football. With its fast-paced action, thrilling goals, and incredible moments, football has captured the hearts of millions of fans around the world. Join us as we delve into the rich history and culture of this beloved sport, from its humble beginnings to its current status as a global phenomenon. Get ready to discover the best players, the greatest teams, and the most unforgettable moments that have shaped the sport we know and love today. Let's kick off. Introduction: football is a sport which is played by two teams. There are 11 players in each team and they play on a rectangular field with the help of a round ball. Football is one of the most popular sports in the world. Yellow card is used to warn players. It is given to players who are guilty of unsportsmanlike behavior, such as violent conduct, spitting at an opponent or any other person, using offensive, insulting or abusive language and/or gestures. Yellow cards are also shown for fouls which prevent a promising attack or goal-scoring opportunity by tripping an opponent, deliberately tripping him, her. Red card: a red card is used to indicate that a player has been sent off. A player who is shown a red card must leave the field of play immediately, and their team plays with one fewer player for the remainder of the game, unless we are talking about a friendly match. Goalkeeper: the goalkeeper is one of the most important players in a team. He has to be strong and brave, because his job is to try and stop the other team from scoring goals. The goalkeeper wears special clothes which are different from those worn by other players on the pitch. He also has special equipment like gloves and pads so that he can catch balls which are kicked towards him by another player or shot at goal by an opponent. It's not easy being a goalkeeper. Supporter: a supporter is a person who follows a team or other sport, often to the extent of not just attending matches but also wearing the team's apparel or otherwise expressing his or her fandom. In sports like football, soccer, rugby union and others, supporters often engage in banter with one another during games. Offside: in football, soccer, the offside rule prevents players from being in an offside position when the ball is played by their own team. An offside offense occurs when a player is on the opposition side of the field and interfering with play or interfering with an opponent. The most common ways in which this can happen are described below. A player who is nearer to his own goal line than both the ball and last opposing player must be penalized for being offside if he touches or plays. Touches means kick, passes or dribbles the ball before it has been played by a teammate. This includes cases where two defenders are level with each other but one of them has gained possession of it first. If this happens, then it's still considered as being in an offside position because they're not allowed to go beyond that last defender until they have passed him, herself, so therefore cannot impede his movement towards goal either way. Striker: a striker is a player who plays in the forward line. The striker can be a center forward, an out-and-out central striker, or even an attacking midfielder who plays behind or just off another forward. The main responsibility of a striker is to score goals and create opportunities for other players. The term striker comes from cricket, where it refers to someone batting towards the end of their innings, i.e., towards the wicket. In football, it means there are only 3 defenders between you and goal. Middle field: the middle field is the area between the penalty area and midfield. It's also known as center and occupied by 2 or 3 midfielders who push the ball up to strikers. The number of players in this area varies depending on what team you support, but if you're a fan of Manchester United, then there should be at least 4 players here: 1 holding midfielder, who stays behind, and 3 advanced attacking midfielders, who try to score goals. Defense is the team that protects the goal. The players in defense are goalkeeper, GK. He is the only player allowed to use his hands to catch or stop balls. Center back. This person defends one side of midfield, so he has to be fast and strong. He can also score goals with powerful kicks and headers if needed. Midfielder: the midfielders are very important because they help keep possession of the ball by passing it from one teammate to another until someone gets close enough for an attack on goal. They usually stay between their own half and halfway across field, where there are fewer defenders who might steal away control from them before moving forward again after gaining possession back from their opponents. Corner: a corner kick is a method of restarting play in a game of association football. It involves the scoring team kicking the ball from the corner of the pitch into their own goal. The kicker can score with their head, chest or feet depending on how far out they are standing and which way they choose to kick it. The ball must be stationary before it is kicked and players cannot touch it again until another player has touched it first. Penalty: penalty kicks are awarded for fouls committed in the penalty area. The player who commits the foul is sent off and the penalty kick is taken from a spot 12 yards away from goal. The goalkeeper must be on his/her line when play resumes, with no other players between him/herself and his/her goal line. This means that if you have been fouled just outside of your box by an attacker who has run round you to take up position inside it, Then you cannot go chasing after him, her as soon as play restarts. You will have been penalized if this happens. I hope that you will understand everything about football. I hope that you will understand everything about football. Football is a sport in which two teams of 11 players each compete to get the ball into the other team's goal. The objective of the game is to score by moving the ball across a line between two posts and over a crossbar. Players can play with their feet, heads, or fists. They can also use any part of their bodies except for their hands or arms to pass, kick, or carry it by hand. And that concludes our journey through the world of football. From its origins to the current day, this sport has truly captivated the hearts of fans everywhere. The memories we've shared, the goals we've celebrated, and the moments we've cherished are what make football so special. As we go our separate ways, let us remember what we've learned about the beautiful game and its place in our lives. Until next time, farewell and keep on supporting your team. And that concludes our journey through the world of football. From its origins to the current day, this sport has truly captivated the hearts of fans everywhere. The memories we've shared, the goals we've celebrated, and the moments we've cherished are what make football so special. As we go our separate ways, let us remember what we've learned about the beautiful game and its place in our lives. Until next time, farewell and keep on supporting your team.